go murder trial in Florida you were just talking about, Robin, began as a fight over loud music, ended with the death of an unarmed teenager. Michael Dunn admits to killing the teen, but is claiming self-defense. And ABC's Ryan Smith is tracking the case. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, George. Michael Dunn is being charged with both murder and attempted murder for shooting into a car full of young men and killing Jordan Davis in the process. But as this trial gets underway, we're seeing fierce arguments in court, both from the prosecution and the defense, and witnesses are stepping forward to talk about what they saw and heard that night. Stop and listen closely. Those are the gunshots that rang out at a Jacksonville, Florida gas station on Black Friday 2012, ending the life of 17-year-old Jordan Davis.
We had shots fired in the parking lot.
And this morning, prosecutors continue pressing their case against this man, 47-year-old Michael Dunn, who they say murdered Davis after an argument over the teen's loud music. In opening statements Thursday, prosecutors painted the software developer as a cold, calculating killer.
Michael David Dunn pointed a semi-automatic pistol at 4 unarmed kids and then drove off.
One witness remembering Dunn's aggressive words.
You're not going to talk to me that way.
Another recalling the last moments of Jordan Davis's life.
I pulled up to the car. There was a young man that had been hit. I checked for a pulse.
But the defense telling a different story, claiming that Jordan Davis, with 3 other teens in this red SUV, intimidated Dunn for asking them to turn down their music.
You're dead. This is going down now. With a shotgun barrel sticking out of the window. Or a lead pipe. Whatever it was, it's a deadly weapon.
Police found no weapons in the SUV, but defense attorney Corey Strolla challenged this, grilling witnesses about whether they knew if Davis was armed.
Are you focusing at all on the SUV?
No, sir.
You even looking in that direction?
No, sir.
Dunn has pled not guilty. His attorneys claim he was simply defending himself. Davis's parents in the courtroom yesterday must deal with the death of their son all over again.
This is the first time they've heard the gunshots when they played the convenience store video. I imagine that's just a parent's worst nightmare.
And more witnesses may take the stand today to talk about what they saw and heard that night. And the jury in this case will be sequestered throughout the trial. George?
Okay, Ryan, thanks. Let's talk to our Chief Legal Affairs anchor, Dan Abrams. And this case coming into focus, and it's not a stand-your-ground case.
Yeah, let's just put that off the table for a minute. There's no issue about the duty to retreat. There's no hearing before the trial to try to get it dismissed. This is classic self-defense. He is saying he reasonably believed that he was in danger for his safety or his life.
But that eyewitness we saw right there undercutting that claim.
Oh, that's a crucial witness. I mean, if he is saying, as this eyewitness said, you know, you're not going to talk to me that way, that's not self-defense. That's rage, that's anger, and that's a big problem for the defense.
And the defense does have this theory. No gun was found on the scene with the teenagers, but they have some kind of a theory that the teens had a gun and then ditched it.
But the defense needs there to be a gun. Without a gun, it is hard to see how this defense prevails here. Meaning, again, what was reasonably going through his mind. So he says it was either a gun or some sort of stick or something like that that was threatening him. Now, the only evidence I think we're going to hear in this case about that is going to be either from him via interviews or him on the stand.
That's what I was going to get to. If this is all about what's going on in his head, he's going to have to testify, isn't he?
Or they could use his police statements if they want to. But I think he's got to get on the stand to talk about it. This is not an easy defense. This is not a George Zimmerman case where there was an injury on the back of his head. This is a totally different kind of case, and I think he is going to have to get up there and explain what he says happened, most importantly, what was going through his head at that moment. Without that, I don't see how they succeed in this defense.
Okay, we will be watching. Dan Abrams, thanks very much.
We certainly will. Now to the desperate search for a missing new